How you doing, lawn dogs? I wanted to hit on something real quick. It's I'm having a rain day. I hate that. I hate it and I love it at the same time. Because I like it when you have days of rain. I mean, man, we always need some water and all that kind of stuff. You got people that don't water their grass and all that kind of stuff the way they should and all that. That's great. But when it's cold, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. This is about pictures. You remember that saying, pictures are worth 1,000 words? Well, not in our industry. I'm not against people putting pictures up and asking how much something should be and blah, blah, blah. But it's more or less like, let's say you have like a little tree. Let's say you're going to put in a Sega palm, a queen palm, a crepe myrtle, something like that. And it's like a 4-foot or 5-footer. And you can tell the people that you have one of your guys staying beside and all that kind of stuff. And you go, you know, how much do you guys charge for like putting this tree in? You know, that's a question like people can wrap their head around. But when people are posting pictures, let's say a lot, okay? Let's say they're at a lot and they're taking a picture and this house looks like it's, you know, had a big backyard or something like that and they let it grow or something like that, okay? And you take a picture and you go, how much would you guys charge? We couldn't answer that question even if we wanted to. And there's a few reasons why you can't really answer that question. One is we can't perceive the depth of the length of that lot. That's one. Number two, you can't really in a picture. I remember my guys used to send me pictures at the beginning when we did property managers, and they would get out somewhere and they were like, "Oh, this grass is so tall," and they take a picture, and I'm like, "Man, that's tall." Yeah. Well, send it to me. I'm like, "Oh man, it does look tall." And I'm like, "Well, go have one of the guys standing. Let me send a picture of them with their leg," and then I take a picture, and it's like it's not the same height. I'm like, "That's not tall." But what I'm getting at is you cannot really out of a picture get that much detail to get that. But here's the main reason why you can't ask that question on social media and expect to kind of get like an appropriate answer that is going to really help you be successful. Everybody has their own debt. Everybody has their own, you know, their own number. If me and I got a guy here named Will Do Long Hair. You guys seen him one time. If me and Will would go bid on a job, our numbers, there's a good chance our numbers are going to be different. They're not going to be magnificently different, but they're going to be different. And that's because I pay my guy's salary. He pays his guys hourly. It comes out the same way, but his hourly, what he's paying his guys is a lot less than what I pay my guys. Second thing is I own everything. I own the truck. I own my lawnmowers and all that kind of stuff. And I put money aside on each job to like replace a mower or something like that. He is financing 3 mowers right now and a truck. So he needs to hit a higher price than I do. The other thing is everybody values themselves differently. And that's not a good or bad thing. Sometimes it can be a bad thing if a guy just values himself like this. We're not talking about the low ballers. We're talking about the regular guys. You know, we all seem to be around 35 to 50 a yard. Okay, that's a gap like this, not a gap like this. So what I'm getting at is when you guys send out a picture on social media and go, "Hey, how much for this?" all you're going to do is start chaos. I was in another group, wasn't our group. I was in another group, and it was probably, man, it was the middle of the season. I don't know it. But I watched it just go and go and go and go to where literally it was like these 3 guys against these 2 guys, and then all of a sudden it came this one guy, and he's just getting pounded. You know, that's what you kind of get with that. It's okay if you hit a hedge that looks like it's kind of been well maintained, and you guys took a picture of it before and after, and go, hey, how much normally is that? You know, would you charge for a hedge like that? And it's like a hedge that we can obviously tell is pretty close to like 6 feet long and only like 3 feet tall, and it looked like it was almost 4 foot tall. That's stuff. But when you're taking pictures of stuff like that, or a tree, any tree guy in here can tell you, you could take a picture of a tree. That doesn't tell you how long that tree actually is. Especially if you're taking a picture up in the air and you go, how much for this tree? Well, I don't know. How far back is it from that house? Because if it looks like it's right up on the house, then it only looks like it's, you know, 80 feet. But when you get back there and realize it's almost a block away and it's freaking 200 feet, we're not going to get appropriate. So I'm just putting this out there going, hey guys, watch that in here, because it's okay to ask, you know, hey, how much is this? How much is that? But there's so many elements and certain things that no one can honestly give you that honest answer. And it's not because no one wants to be helpful. It's just that no one can really know what your number is. That's what the video I put out a while back. You got to know your number. I did it with just mowing, but some people will say, we're lawn guys, you can't know what your hourly rate is. Yes, you can. If you take what you're profiting off of in a day, that's like, man, if I make this every single, or a week, I should say, and then you break it down to how much you made a day, then you could break it down to how long you were working. That number suits you, and you are actually becoming successful and all that kind of stuff. Well, there's your stinking number. It doesn't mean it has to be your exact number, but that means there's your number, and that's the number you want to kind of stick around. So, you know, if you get on a job and looks like it's going to be 5 hours, just throwing it out, and off that 5 hours, you're going, man, realistically, you can only make $1,200 off this, but it's going to take me 5 hours because of the crew I have and all that kind of stuff. Maybe it's not going to be financially wise for you to take that job on. There may be another guy that, man, $1,200 in 5 hours, and he could do it in 5 hours. That's the world to him, man. So I'm just putting this out here because, you know, it's not like everybody's going crazy in here, and I love this group, and I like how you guys are being. But I'm sitting here and evaluating this stuff. This is the stuff that actually gets into sticky territory. It's one thing, you know, just like I said, like a tree or something like that. You can see a little sago palm. Everybody can tell how tall it is by a guy standing by. Hey, how much do you guys normally charge? You know, we may find out that someone else is charging a certain price on that because they're saying what I'm including in that is a little bit of fert, and I come back in treatments and whatever. You know, I'm getting off track there. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, that's until you're like, never looked at it doing that way. Just like the other day, I loved a question that someone put out in our group. What kind of warranties or guarantees you give out with hedges and trees? Stuff like this. Or like the other day I put on there, you know, is anybody raising their prices next year? And then you see the trend underneath it, and it seems like everybody's not that far off. That's awesome. But when you put a picture like that, man, it's just headache and torture. Because someone's going to say something, it's going to come off the wrong way, and then all of a sudden it's going to be like, whoa! So just putting that out there, guys. Let's watch those pictures in our group, because our group's doing so good, and there's nothing wrong with asking a little bit of questions here, guys, but, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But something with a cleanup job, there's no exact answer that you're going to get on here that's going to help you out. It's only going to probably confuse you more. You guys have a good day. I'm going to sit and cry a little bit because of the cold and the rain and not making no money. I hope everybody else is doing good. I know a lot of you guys are getting blasted with that snow. Man, I feel for you guys, man. Just look at it this way. March is just around the corner. That's all I got to say. I don't know if March is good for some of you guys. I know it is for us down here, but I wonder if that is for you guys. That's another deal, another day. You guys have a great one. Have a good one.